If you always wanted to buy a chic, fashionable car and the Mini was too expensive for you and you perhaps don't want a Renault Clio, then there's another option, the Suzuki IGNIS. Why is it chic? Well, because it's small and cute and it's got a lot of very special details that make it a little more interesting than usual, like this mask and the chrome details, or the daylight LEDs. With this equipment level you actually get full LEDs, or perhaps the chrome details for the fog lights, or these little well, quasi air vents on the hood. You probably had a good laugh now because I'm comparing it to the much more expensive Mini, but it's true, the designers really took a lot of care to design the car at the front and even at the middle. It's quite interesting. At the back though, what happened?
Especially from the front, the IGNIS looks great. Like I've said, it's got all sorts of details here and there, making it stand out from the crowd of small, cheap city cars and gives it what's most important: presence. The designers took their time for the front, which is probably why they seem to not have any left for the rear.
The IGNIS has, well, not a whole lot of space in the back, as you might imagine, but we can still put our drone inside quite happily and easily, and you still have a bit of space in the back. But it has a trick up its sleeve. If you want a little bit more space, you can either fold the seats or move them forward, like this, and you get a little bit of extra as a result. Now you're probably wondering, why have a function like that at all? Because there won't be any space in the back anyway. But check this out. The seats are as forward as they can be. Yes, I'm a little bit cramped here, but it's okay for short distances. However, there's an even bigger party piece. If I put the seats all the way back, then your IGNIS turns into a Skoda Superb with, well, superb legroom. I can actually just go to sleep.
Seriously, the car is small on the outside, but on the inside, especially in the back, it's huge. You won't find this much rear legroom in a lot of bigger cars, unless you squash the front passengers. I like the look of the interior as well. It's a little more special again, a little more chic. For example, instead of the normal 12-volt caps, the IGNIS has chromed ones. I can also mention the quality of the materials, as the surfaces feel nice to the touch. Although there's a bit more plastic everywhere, it doesn't feel cheap. It's important for almost every car, how it drives. All IGNIS have a 1.2-liter petrol engine with 66 kilowatts. It might not sound a lot, but the car is small and light. With this all-wheel drive version, it's 100 kilograms under a ton.
The good story continues at the front. I really like the interior. It's very chic, it's very sort of Mini-like, especially these buttons here for the climate controls, which are, by the way, also mechanically very nice to the touch. The manual transmission is lovely, even though it's only a 5-speed. The steering wheel is very comfortable, as are the little buttons on the top. I know I always say that the steering wheel is very comfortable, but if it's not, I'll let you know. The instrument cluster, perhaps a little bit old-fashioned, especially as far as the RPM instrument goes, but even then they added a little details like these lovely colors that make it just a little bit more special. The infotainment screen, it's nice graphically, it's also pretty smooth. I like the bevel around it, and not to mention the seats, which are heated, and they've got this really nice side support, lumbar support, which doesn't really detract from them being very comfortable as well.
Although it won't shy away from longer trips either, and neither will the rear passengers, what with their truckloads of legroom. This car actually quite surprised me. I'm not a huge fan of small, compact cars as my heart lies more with pickups, but like a puppy, this car thawed my heart. Good looking at the front, interesting inside, and lovely to drive, whether you take the manual or automatic gearbox. The base model can be yours for just over 9,000 euros, while the top-of-the-line one with metallic paint costs 13,700 euros. For that price, it's difficult to get more.